If you are new to the channel, then subscribe the channel and press the bell icon for further notification. Okay student, welcome you all to this new lecture in advanced level where we are solving previous year IIT JEE questions on functions. So today in this lecture we will be solving from question number 1 to question number 4c. Okay, then let's try to solve these questions. Okay, in question number 1, the function f is given from 1 to infinity. It is domain and it is codomain. It is not range. You can see this side, this set and this set. There are two sets, x and y, we have already seen. So this is x, this is y, this is your domain, this is your codomain. Is defined by this function, then f inverse x. To find inverse, first you check whether it is 1, 1, 1, 2, all these things. Because if it is not, then it will be not defined. So if you put the domain, so domain starts from 1. You put the initial value and final value, you will get some hint. So if you put the initial value, then it is 2 to the power 0, that is 1. So okay, your output starts from 1, that is good. Now if you keep on increasing its value, so if you increase it 2, so obviously it will increase. If you increase it 3, then it will keep on increasing. You can put fractions also, so you will get fractions also. So all things you will get from 1 to infinity, and if you put finally infinity, you will get infinity. So that means all these codomains, all these things you can get it from this function if you put different values of x. So that means codomain equal to your range, so that means it is on to, and 1 1, because for each one, each x you will get 1 y, you are getting only 1 y, you can see, because it is not same thing you are getting. It could have been same if you put it negative, but you are putting only positive value because x square is there, x square minus x. Whenever square is there, there is a chance that it get repeats, because x square can come from positive also, x square can come from negative also. But this negative portion you have taken out, you have taken from 1 to infinity only. So that means it is 1 1 on 2. Okay. So now you can go for inverse. So this is the domain for this one, and codomain here becomes range. So this is the range for original function f. So that's why you can say range of f is this one. Now to inverse, we change the position of x and y just. So if I change the position, this is y, this is a, this side is y. So you change, this is x, this is y. Now you have to write in terms of y everything again. So you take log, because you have to eliminate this base. So you take log to the base to both sides, it will get automatically eliminated. To eliminate log, we make it above base, and to bring log, we take, to bring from something from a base, we take log from both sides. Okay. If you bring it, wants to bring it down from some base, you have to take log, and if you want to remove log, then you have to rise it above that base. That's it. If you want to remove this log, you have to take 2 to the power both sides. You have to introduce a base. That is vice versa. So okay, that is y square minus 1. Again, y square minus 1 is equal to this. So you write a quadratic. You need an expression for y. So if I write it, this expression, it will be something like so. Either b or c. You can see. Now which one you should take? Now if you see this one, instead of seeing, one thing is this way also, but here also, from here you can see this is always greater than 1, because log x, it is 2 base input, and you are giving your input x is, oh you can see now. Okay, this is inverse. So for inverse, which one will be domain? This one will be domain, and this one will be range. Fortunately here both are same. So you are giving input from 1 to infinity. So if you give any value in x value 1 to infinity, then what is log x called? It is always positive. So 1 plus something will be always greater than 1. So under root that one will be always greater than 1 point something it will come. So 1 minus if I take, so it will become negative, but your output cannot go to negative because you have given 1. So that's why this negative will not give the answer positive 1. Or you can check giving the first value of domain 1. If you put 1, you can see the answer is coming 0, but in the range it is not 0. This is the range of this function. So that's why negative 1 is not possible. So the positive 1 is the perfect inverse. So that's why it is the option B. Okay, next the domain of this function is given by this one. So this one you have to write it first. This is given in explicit or implicit format. You think which format it is. Okay, so we have to write it in terms of y, because it is mixed. So if you write it in terms of y, this is given. So these things should be positive, because inside log you cannot put negative thing. This x cannot be negative. So this thing should be greater than 0, not equal to also. Okay, that means 2 should be greater than 2x. That means 2 to the power 2x should be less than x, which is 1. That means x should be less than 1, because both sides it is positive base. So you can directly consider x is less than 1. So that means your x should be minus 1. That is your option D. Minus infinity to minus 1. Sorry, 1, not including 1. Now set is given 1, 2, 3, 4. Find all 1 1, find all 1 1 onto mapping x to x from same to same. So this is x, this is also x, 1 2 3 4. If f1 is given 1, this is connected to this cannot be possible. 2 cannot be connected with 4. So let's see how it is possible. It should be 1 1 on 2, nothing should be missed here, and everyone should be connected to only 1. So 1 1 is given. So for 2 you have only, how many options to have? You can go 2 3, you can go 2 4. So 2 options you have. So 2 3 or 2 4. If you go with 2 3 and 2 4, you write these options. Then for 3 I will come later, because for 4 there is a restriction. So you come to 4. 4 cannot go to 4. So 4 can go to either 2. 4 can go to either 2. Here also it can go. Here also it can go. 4 can also go to 3 also. But if 4 is going to 3, then 2 3 will not be possibility. So it will come with 2 4. So 2 4, then 4 3 is also a possibility. So write all these things. You can write one by one also. So first is 1 1. Then you write to 2 3. So I am going to, if it is 2 3, then 4 cannot go with 4. So 4 will obviously come with 2. So 4 2. So obviously then 3 is left with 4, because 3 has no problem. So again 1 1. 2 can go with 4 also. Now if 2 can go with 4, then 4 have 2 options. 4 can go with 2 also, 4 can go with 3 also. So 4 can go with 2 also, 4 can go with 3 also. So then obviously 3 will have one option. If it go with 2, then 3 3. So similarly if you go 4.3, then 3 will have only one option with 2. So think and write. There is nothing so much big. Now 4a, if gx equal to this. Now you have seen this one. What is this one? This is fraction part of x. Okay, you have seen this one, and fx is given this one. For all x, g of f of x. So g of f of x, what is g of f of g of x? Okay, f of g of x. Now what is fx? Fx output depends on whether you are giving positive, negative. Negative if it is, then minus 1s. If you give positive input, then f will give output as plus 1. If you give 0, then f will give 0 input. So you think what input you are giving. This is your gx. So what is gx? Gx is this one. Okay. What is this? This is nothing but fraction part. So what is the output of fraction part? It is always between 0 to 1, not including 1. Remember this one? So there is a bubble there, so it is not including 1. Sawtooth function. So the output of this gx will be 1 plus this range. This range is from 0 to 1. So it can go up to 1 or maximum 2. It will never reach 2, but it will go near to 2. So this is the output of gx. So f will take it as input, because whatever g gives an output, f takes as input. So f will always take a positive value input. Because f is taking positive value input, so it is output will be always 1. So therefore fog x will be always 1. Because inside fg you are giving always positive values. This is always positive between 1 to 2. Whatever g output it will come between 1 and 2. So if f get positive, it will give 1 as the answer. Now if you come to 4b, if fx is again this is given domain, this is codomain. Don't consider it as range. First impression, it should not be range. It is given by fx this, then f inverse. Again for f inverse there is no need, because there is not defined option is not there. So obviously there will be inverse. But you can check. You can start with 1. If you put 1, then 1 plus 1 it is 2. Okay. If you keep on increasing, then you will get more values. If you give 2, then it will give more and more values. If you put infinite, then it will obviously infinite. So obviously it is range equal to codomain. So codomain and range are equal then. And for one value of x, you are getting one value. So for inverse, you change the position of y and x. So you change it. So you will write y. Again, which one you will take? Either this one or this one. You have seen from this one. Again, if you take, now you have to check. You can check with codomain and range, because here it is not so easy like earlier one. So you change the position. You find the range and codomain. So domain will be the range, that is 2 to infinity inverse. So this one will be domain, and the domain of f will be the range. Now you start with, I told you start with the first one. Your domain is from 2 to infinity. If you put 2, so this is 1 actually. So 1 is in range, okay, no issue. Then you check another one, 2, 3. So if you give 3 now, 1 will be 3 plus root 5, 3 minus root 5. But it will be, you can see it is 0.4, which is not in the range. So that's why this will not be the possibility. So plus 1 will be the answer. And anyway, you can feel it also. If you give minus, it can get to negative side. But if it is positive, if you are giving, then it will keep on increasing, because you are increasing this one. Because your range from the 1 to infinity, it should increase. It should be positive values. So, or you can check with some values from the domain. You start from 2, check 2, 3 values, you will get 1 will be obviously eliminated. Then another one will be the answer. So this plus 1 is the correct answer. Domain of this function. So for domain, because there is a log, so inside log you cannot put less than 0. So it should be greater than 0, not equal to also. And this denominator cannot be 0. because if denominator 0, then output become infinite. So this x cannot be minus 2 minus 1, and here x should be greater than minus 3. So you should write from minus 3 to infinity, but you should not take these 2 points. So you remove these 2 points, that's why minus. This is also one notation in set. This means this minus this, or you can directly write it in this way also, minus this 2. From this portion I have taken these 2 points out. If you like the video, then press the like button and please give your valuable comments in the comment section.